int id number, this is one data member, character name and character designation, float, salary, and we are closing the structure with semicolon. So this is an example of a structure. emp1 is a structure variable and employee is the name of the structure. This date is another structure. It means that the entire structure is we are using inside another structure called student. Dear students, welcome to CS classes. I am Ravi Kumar KR, lecturer in computer science, Vidhyaashram PU College, Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. Students, let us start our discussion with the chapter 14, structures. Now the weightage of the chapter, it is 3 marks. You have only one 3 marks question. The total weightage is 3 marks. In this session, we are going to talk about structure, structure definition and declaration of structure and array of structures. Now let us start with the definition of a structure. So what is a structure? A structure is a collection of simple variables. So structure is a collection of simple variables. The variables in a structure can be of same or different types. Same or different types. And some can be int, float and so on. The data items in a structure are called the members of the structure. So what is a structure? It is a collection of simple variables. Now let us see the definition of this. So here we can understand better. So what is a structure? It is a collection of simple data types or simple variables. So what is the meaning of that? So here inside this we can have a data types of different data types. And as we have seen in the point here, see, these are the data members or members of data structures. So this can be of different data types, and that is the meaning of collection of simple variables of different data type. So this is called a structure. So as per the definition, it is a collection of simple variables, and the variable structure can be of same or different data types. Now, as we have seen in the previous chapter about arrays, what are arrays? Arrays is a collection of elements of only one data type. So, if we talk about an array, in one array, we can have elements of only one data type, that is int, float, character, and so on. But this structure is a group of elements, or it is a group of collection of variables of different data types, or can be of same data types, and it is the data items are called as members of the structure. So in the syntax here, now what is the structure of a structure, or how do we define a structure? Here the syntax is struct is a reserved word, and this is structure name. It is the name of the structure. Open the bracket, and here we are closing the bracket with semicolon, and inside this we can have data members. We can have n number of data members. It can be of same data type or different data type. Now look at the example here. In the example, struct is a reserved word. So that is the reserved word. Employee is structure name. As we have seen in the syntax here, structure name, here employee is the structure name. Then open the bracket. Here int id number, this is one data member, character name and character designation, float, salary, and we are closing the structure with semicolon. So this is an example of a structure. So what is a structure? It is a collection of simple data variables or simple variables, or it can be of different data type or a same data type. And this is the definition of a structure. In this example, employee is name of a structure. In the next slide, how do we declare a structure? So it is declaring a structure or defining a structure variables. So what you have seen in the previous slide, it is only we are defining a structure. So in the next example, we see how to declare structure variable. So what is the syntax? The general form is structure name space variable. Structure name space variable. That is the syntax. Now let us see the example here. Student space old student, comma new student. If you consider this here, student is name of a structure and followed by this old student and new students are called structure variables. So these two are structure variables of the structure student. Student is one defined structure. Now in the another example, employee space EMP1, comma EMP2 semicolon. So in this example, employee is the name of the structure, EMP1 is the structure variable, and EMP2 is another structure variable. So this is the meaning of structure variable. Again, in the previous slide, this is only defining a structure, and here employee is the structure name or it is a structure, and employee 1 and employee 2 in this example are structure variables. So that is the meaning of declaring and defining a structure variable. In the next slide, accessing the elements of a structure. Now, once we have defined the structure, so the structure elements are data members and we can find n number of data members of different data type or same data type. How do we access this data members? So this is by, and the member of a structure can be accessed using dot operator. So dot operator is we are using to access the members of structure. So here syntax is structure variable name dot member name. So this is an example now. Structure variable name dot member name is the syntax of accessing a structure. Here in the previous example, we had employee is the name of the structure and EMP1. So EMP1 is one structure variable, and here dot and here one is in the previous example ID number is one of the data member. So here EMP1 dot ID number and semicolon. See, this is how we are accessing the data member or member of a data structure. So in this example, ID number is the data member of a structure, EMP1 is a structure variable, and employee is the name of the structure. So this is how we are accessing the data elements of a structure. Next one is initializing a structure or structure variables. So like any other data type, it is also possible to initialize the structure members or elements of a structure with different values. So here, look at the example now. Here employee and EMP1. Here employee is the name of the structure. EMP1 is structure variable. So structure variable, and here we are entering the values of this in the same order what you have declared in the example. Now this example is corresponding to structure what you have defined here. In this example, we have int ID number, character name and character designation, and float salary. So this is the structure. Now how do we initialize the structure? Or nothing but how do we assign values to these data members or members of a structure. So that is the meaning of initializing a structure. So we have to initialize the values in the same order as we have defined in the structure. So with respect to this example, so here is the example for initializing a structure. So here employee is the name of the structure. This is structure name, and here we have to enter the value. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is the ID number, name of the employee, and it is designation. This is salary. Then we are closing the structure with the bracket and semicolon. So this is how we initialize the data members or members of a structure. In the next slide, we will see what are nested structure. A structure can be defined as a member of another structure. So what is the meaning of nested structure? It is defined as a member of another structure. One structure can be a member of another structure is called nested structure. So such structure where one structure is embedded within another structure is called nested structure. Means one structure inside another structure is called a nested structure. Look at the example here. Now, definition of a structure, student. Now, in this example, here struct date. So, here struct date, and here int day number, character month, and int year. So, in this example, this date is the name of the structure. So, here these are the different members of a structure. So, here now look at this example here. In this example, struct student. So, this is another structure, and here int register number is one variable or one member, and here second one is date and DOA dot DOB. So, here data DOB. So, here look at the example here. This date is nothing but it is one more structure here. So, if you look at this example here, so here this date is another structure. It means that the entire structure is we are using inside another structure called student. So, this is the meaning of nested structure, where one structure is inside another structure. And apart from this, it has also its own data members or members, one register number as well as marks. And we are closing with bracket std semicolon. So, here std is a structure variable. So, this is the definition of nested structure. Next concept is array of structure. Now, we know what is a structure. It is a group of elements of, it can be of different data type, or members can be of same data type. But what is array of structure? So, it is an array in which each element of the array is a structure. So, we know how the elements are stored in an array. So, here in array, it is a group of elements of one data type. So, if I say array of structures, so the meaning is, the array elements are nothing but structure. So, each element is nothing but a individual one structure. That is the meaning of array of structure. Now, look at this definition here, or example, struct student. So, here defining a structure student, and these are all members of the structures, register number, name, combination fees, and we close the bracket with S of 100. So, here S of 100, it is an array, and it is nothing but your structure variable. So, this is structure variable, yes, but here structure variable is an array. So, this is an array. So, this is the meaning of array of structure. Now, if I say S of 100, the meaning is that, so the size of an array is 100, the starting index is 0, last index is 99. So, in each index, we have one structure. Now, let us see in the next slide. It is array of structure. As we have seen in the expression, 0 is the first index of an array, yes, and here 99 is the last index of an array, yes. So, here S is nothing but your structure variables. So, here S of 0 name, that is the first structure at the index 0. So, it has one structure. Now, look at this diagram here. S of 0, this is the one index. At one index, we have one structure. It is one structure. It has ID number, name, designation, and salary. So, in another element, that is S of 1, that is the second element, it is one more structure. These structures are defined before using this structure here. So, last element of index 99 will be one more structure. So, this is the concept of array of structure. It is nothing but a collection of structures in under different index of an array. So, students, so far we have learned about the concept of structures and what are structures, declaration of structures, definition, and array of structures. Now, let me continue my discussion in the next class. Thank you very much.